The world has indeed gone into a frenzy of selfishness and the unbridled pursuit of self-gain. People are willing to risk just about anything and everything for extra profit. Patriotism, love, loyalty, all those values have all but disappeared from the lives of many of my children. Indeed, the world has never sunk to such a level on such a scale. But on the other hand, as you mentioned this morning, the forces of good are rising, and a tidal wave of goodness is swelling. Millions of people, worldwide, are sincerely seeking the betterment of the human condition. They work on spiritual and personal evolution, creating new systems, or caring for the planet. From the depths of human consciousness, a vast tidal wave of heaven-mandated change is now rising across the planet. We can see it in the various local uprisings. This unrest will continue to ignite countries and regions in unprecedented ways. Wherever injustice and abusive practices prevail, this undercurrent wave will rise and seek to replace the existing systems. Many of the existing systems in our world are now obsolete. They had their purpose and their time. However, the present era calls for new designs, systems that can bring about social justice, equal distribution of wealth, and prosperity for all. We need structures that reflect God's original plan for humanity. The old political and economic structures were necessary to build and develop means of production, transportation, communication, etc. They were also necessary to allow the development of human living conditions, culture, and consciousness. However, these systems have gone too far in time. They have also allowed the excessive concentration of power in the hands of a few individuals. Unfortunately, these individuals use this power for their own benefit at the expense of others. This has gone far from God's initial plan and desire. So, either these rulers change the structures on their own accord, or the systems will have to be replaced by others. Of course, a change from the top would have been the most efficient, and the least costly in terms of resources and human lives. But if it doesn't come from the top, it will have to come from the bottom, and that's what we see around us today. Where leaders are strong enough, and guided by righteousness, they steer their nations out of trouble. But where corruption reduces the lives of many to mere survival or less, change will have to come from the grassroots, which is often a more complicated affair. So, what can we do to ensure that this change comes about with the least trouble and the fewest casualties? Each of us needs to think about how we can contribute to the coming of the new era. We all have different capacities, and now is the time to mobilize them for the good of the whole. We all need to think about how we can participate in and contribute to this wave of change. This is our task now. I'm watching over each one of you, and together with your ancestors, we are mobilized to find the best way for each individual, clan, and society to contribute to this change. Everyone will have a task and a mission to accomplish, and together, we will bring about the necessary change in a unified endeavor.